3 years ago, this was the greatest motor race I've ever seen. Never mind in karting. Can it deliver again in 2016? White and Sparrow on the front row, Whittingham and Haskett, Wellham and Yusuf Ashraf, Kurt Robertson, Ross Deal, Archie Strong, Will Leighton, and lots of drivers trying to charge through. Abby Pudding goes off P25. We're on board with her as she follows 68 Theo Hesketh to the first corner, and he's alongside the 44 initially. Joshua Sheriff down to the first corner. Pick your way through and hope you stay out of trouble. Pudding's made up some good ground in the early stages. Back to the front though, who is going to be our leader as everybody tries to get out of trouble. Up and over the grass goes Ethan Newsham, the 31. 54 in that mix as well. Theo Edgerton, he moves up a place as we ride on board for the entirety of the first lap. We got 2 karts off on the outside.
Yep, this is what it's like on board if you start in 25th with Abby Pulling. She's made up 4 or 5 places already through the first half of the race. Fantastic race action she's going to give us there. That's Lydia Burney. She's off on the Tony kart.
Oh.
So Lydia going no further. But it's that man again, Bradley White, who's out front with Adam Sparrow, who won the O plate earlier. They are battling for 1 and 2 at the moment.
Well, this is the best kind of vengeance grudge match, isn't it? Because they've already gone toe-to-toe for the victory in the O-Plate just a short while ago, and now they're going to go for the TKM Festival Elite Final itself. Bradley White leading the British Championship ahead of Adam Sparrow, and these two are going to be fighting once again as they were earlier on. It's a big disappointment for Abby Pulling so far because she's down in the pack trying to fight her way to the front, but this is the Elite Final. Anybody could still get this, and even the 2 drivers up front are not safe because Lee Whittingham is already swarming all over the back of them as Pulling makes a move for the inside, gets past Cameron Sharp. Very nicely done. The next target is Joshua Sheriff, the 44.
Lee Whittingham, the 34, the 17-year-old from Chester in 3rd place. He's looking to take this down. This is his last year as a junior. He'll be up into TKM Extreme next season. The kart sweep through the willows. This is the Derrick's Corner, the bus stop as it used to be called, up into Dam Weldon. 3 out front. It's going to be a 4-kart train sometime soon.
I was just going to mention that. Roman Haskett is getting on with it and he's pushing up to 4th place. Lydia Burney's getting pushed back into the race. 2 laps down, but she will try and finish the TKM Festival. But look at Roman Haskett. He is absolutely flying to the back of these 3. Haskett, I'm really impressed with him this weekend. When all of it is on the line, he has stepped up to the plate and been a hard charger in every single race he's competed in this weekend. He's up there in P4, and if he's in the box seat, which he could well be if he gets onto the tail of Whittingham, who knows, Roman Haskett could win the whole thing here.
On board the drone, through the bus stop, renamed Derrick's Corner, up into the Dam Weldon corner at the top. Here's the chasing group. It's headed by Robert Wellham on the 55, Archie Strong's there, Ross Deal on the 86, Ashraf on the 42 there in 8th place to come into Kimbolton Corner one more time.
Great battle from 5th position down to about 12th. And up the inside, that's a big move as Pulling has to get out of the way of danger there. That was Joshua Sheriff making the move on the inside into Kimbolton Corner. And Pulling very nearly got herself in a very dangerous position indeed. She managed to save the bacon a little bit, and she's actually made a couple of overtakes there into the first corner. But she is absolutely charging, trying desperately to close up on the rest of the field. We ride on board with her once again. Now, a little bit of a dislodged number in front of us, but that is the 26 of Charlie Whitehouse. So let's see if she can get through on the inside. It's textbook, it's masterful. And again, Joshua Sheriff. This is a number of times that Pulling has ended up behind Josh Sheriff. He makes a move, she makes one too. It's almost as if he's trying to play cat and mouse with her at the moment. Down the main straight though, White with Sparrow right on the tail. They're pushing each other away from the rest of the pack. This is going to be the totalitarian grudge match again, isn't it, between these two? Last time, Sparrow put one over on Bradley White. You do not have any idea how badly Bradley White is going to want to put this one back on Sparrow.
Yeah, he wants to put this one to bed to take this elite final. Bradley White, he wants to get a win on TV this season at some point. He may do that in the Super 1 Championship in the last few rounds, but love to do it today as Pulling goes up the inside of Sheriff and makes that stick this time. Yep. Theo Edgerton it is, kart 54. He's out of the race, can't see where. Oh, there he is, in fact. That's his kart, so Edgerton, unfortunately, his date is finished. Lee Whittingham trying to get on par with the 2 out front, but just can't quite seem to get it done. The 93 making up a spot.
Contact between the 2 of them. He went to the inside line there, Sam Munro. He clips Jack Darton, and unfortunately, that is a spin for Sam Munro. Let's watch it again. So Munro is on the outside. Darton goes through, he goes for the switchback, that's a normal move, but unfortunately he just drifts too far to the left, goes up and over, and somehow, I thought he went off the circuit there, that happened so quickly, but no, he manages to save it, and that's not going to be a save though! Contact in the back, unfortunately, Ashraf and Roberts, it looked as though they came a little bit too close to the 63 Archie Strong, they got caught up with each other, and they're off there at Kestrel Corner. Disaster. So already there's a lot of attrition in this elite final this year. Archie Strong has managed to get past Rob Wellham and get himself into a neat position. Where is Abby Pulling? Well, she's still in the mix, but not quite far enough up the field to consider the victory yet. She's up to 10th, so she's worked her way up 15 karts so far, and that's not too bad. But if you want to win the TKM Festival, you've got to pull something even more special out the bag. There's time, but is there space? That's going to be the big key. Now Sparrow on the back of the 6th Bradley White. This is the battle. We've already seen it once today in the O-Plate. Sparrow came out on top, and the next round of the British Championship, no doubt, he'll be wearing the O-Plate with pride. Up the inside, Wellham on the inside of Strong. That was a very scary moment for both of them. They were daring each other on the brake pedal into the first turn there at Stowe, and somehow they stayed away from each other. Any other drivers probably would have collided, as Haskett gets very wayward in the S's and manages to catch it without losing time. Not an easy trick to do that either.
Spencer Stevenson having a good run on the 12 kart as well. We've seen him a few times, so good day for Spencer. He's not going to get on the podium unless something dramatic happens out front. These two just got too much pace for Lee Whittingham in third. Whittingham's got to hope that they have some sort of coming together, and who knows with these pair. This is a one weekend, one-off event. It's win or crash. We've said it before, win or bust. And well, we've already seen though, I have to be fair and temper that by saying that Sparrow's already got himself the O-Plate. Will he want to win the elite final? Yes, he will, but he may content himself with the O-Plate, and will he allow White to win? No, I'm talking rubbish. He'll never allow White to just take this. He's never going to allow him to take it. That's Whittingham there in third place. Haskett's dropping back in fourth. But these two well clear. It's between these two surely now.
This is the ultimate Spitfire versus Red Baron dogfight, isn't it? Going into the last lap, and they'll both think the other is the Red Baron. Sparrow up the inside, just like he did last time. He takes the lead into the last lap. Sparrow again times it to perfection, but this time he's going to have the biggest fight on his entire season to keep Bradley White at bay. Through Derricks, up towards Dan Weldon. Can Bradley White put it up the inside? No, not at the moment, because once again, Sparrow is wise to the manoeuvre. He holds him at bay. You've got one chance now, Bradley. Lee Whittingham is charging just in case they hit each other. He might get an opportunity. Here comes Bradley White. Sparrow holds it to the outside. He's going to try and tuck in for the inside. They've hit each other! I don't believe it! Whittingham's got past them both! Whittingham gets the TKM Festival! Never give up, never give in, because you might just get it on the line. Lee Whittingham wins the TKM Festival, the most dramatic of last corners, and that contact dislodged Bradley White's front fairing. It's an automatic 10-second penalty, so Sparrow is second from Roman Haskett on the podium, Willem Strong and Abby Pulling in sixth.
That last lap, last corner, the two of you were up there, it all just kind of fell apart a bit, didn't it? What happened?
We came into the last corner and just tangled, which obviously allowed Lee to come through and take the win. But it's been a good weekend, so.
Second place then to Adam Sparrow. Now you were in the lead when he came into the into Kimbolton Corner for the last lap, but just covering, trying to block any route through for Bradley, but you just tangled.
Yeah, it's a real shame, but you just got to push forward and move on for the next race.
I did say earlier on in the race that you were sitting there behind just hoping these two were going to tangle, and I saw you come through and take the win, and you were just delighted, weren't you?
Yeah, it was quite a nice chance to take the win, but they just had the legs on me over the race, so I started to pull away, but no, I had the luck in the end.
So you turned into Kimbolton Corner, saw these two tripping over each other and just thought, go for it.
Yeah, and it gave me the gap, so I just thought I'd go through it and hope for the best, but yeah, it was a good result in the end.
Okay, well done to you.
Lee Whittingham wins arguably the most dramatic race of the 2016 karting season, but the Extreme Elite Final is right around the corner.